For those who are not in the Hollywood world, what is wrong with her taking over the film?
I've never seen it before in my 30-plus year career in Hollywood.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we've got a wild ride ahead of us as we dive into some serious drama that's brewing behind the scenes in Hollywood. The kind of scandal that involves a $250 million lawsuit, new court receipts, and a major studio like Marvel making some serious allegations against none other than Blake Lively. It's like something straight out of a thriller, but it's all unfolding in real life, and it's getting crazier by the day. So, what's really going on? Let's break it down. Now, when I say this story is blowing up, I mean it. This isn't your typical Hollywood gossip. This one's got legal battles, corporate giants like Marvel throwing down, and a major A-list celebrity caught right in the middle. And what's even crazier is that we've only scratched the surface of what's really happening behind the scenes. Trust me, you'll want to stay tuned as we untangle this mess and see what's really going on with Blake Lively, Justin Bdon, and Marvel. This isn't just another rumor floating around the internet. This is something that's being played out in real courtrooms, and the stakes couldn't be higher. So buckle up, because we're diving deep into this legal whirlwind and what it means for Blake, Marvel, and Hollywood as a whole. First things first, Justin and a group of plaintiffs, including their publicists, have filed a massive lawsuit against the New York Times, claiming defamation. This lawsuit is no small deal, $250 million in damages. And at the heart of it, we have Blake Lively. Now, this lawsuit is based on the allegations that certain stories published by the New York Times have severely damaged Justin and the other plaintiffs' reputations, painting them in a false light. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. The deeper you dig into this lawsuit, the more questions start to arise, especially when we look at how it connects to Blake Lively. There's a theory floating around that the lawsuit might be tied to a much larger media narrative that was being pushed out into the public sphere. This could be part of a deliberate PR strategy or a response to attacks that were made on Justin and his team. But here's the kicker. Blake Lively, a woman known for her bubbly public persona, has found herself at the center of this mess, accused of being involved in a smear campaign against Justin. Now, was she an innocent bystander caught in the crossfire, or is there more to the story?
And an executive producer is below a producer in the film world. An executive producer signed up to be an executive producer, and that's it. As the time progressed in this film, she decided that she wanted to be a producer. She started to make edits. She wanted to be part of the editing team. There were people hired, like human beings actually hired to do the editing job.
Well, that's what we're trying to figure out today. This lawsuit is more than just about defamation. It could be a power play in a bigger game of public relations between celebrities, the media, and the studios that back them. The legal drama we're witnessing could have far-reaching consequences, and the outcome could shape how celebrities handle media relations and crisis management moving forward. It's setting the stage for what could become a massive public spectacle, and we're all waiting to see how it unfolds. Blake Lively isn't just sitting back quietly. She's in the thick of it, accusing her co-star Justin Bdon of orchestrating a major smear campaign while they filmed It Ends With Us. According to Blake, Justin was part of a plot to not only sabotage her image, but also to spread false rumors about her that would damage her career. She claims that these allegations came from several sources that Justin and others might have planted in the media. As Blake tells it, this wasn't just a matter of a few misunderstandings. It was an intentional, malicious attack on her character. But here's the part that gets even more intense. She alleges that Justin wasn't acting alone. Blake has made it clear that she believes there was a coordinated effort to take her down, with multiple parties involved in the campaign to destroy her reputation. What's even more shocking is the timeline. These smear campaigns allegedly started gaining traction during the filming of It Ends With Us, a film that was supposed to be a career-defining moment for Blake. Instead, it became ground zero for what she describes as a vicious attack on her personal and professional life. And it's not just about the personal fallout for Blake. She's also accusing Justin of being manipulative behind the scenes, using his influence to create a toxic work environment. While she has kept some details private, the narrative is clear. This is more than just a typical Hollywood spat. The tension between them was so extreme, it seems like it led to a major fallout that has snowballed into legal action. It's a classic case of how things can get out of hand when personal conflicts mix with professional stakes.
if the two of you had married any other people, you definitely would have crushed the other person's soul. Because you are so biting and amazing.
We always tease each other.
And Blake is now fighting to clear her name. Now here's where things take a dramatic twist. Marvel, yes, the entertainment giant known for its ultra-tight control over public relations, has allegedly dropped some new receipts in court. And when I say receipts, I'm talking about hard-hitting evidence that could completely undo Blake Lively's credibility. This isn't the kind of thing you'd expect from a studio like Marvel, which usually keeps its legal matters hush-hush. But, according to rumors, they've put all their cards on the table, and it's turning heads. So why is Marvel getting involved in all of this? That's the big question. On the surface, it doesn't seem like Blake Lively has a major connection to Marvel. Her film career hasn't intersected with the MCU in any significant way, and she's not known for being a part of the studio's major projects. But what if she's been involved in some behind-the-scenes dealings that have affected Marvel's interests? That's where the mystery deepens. There's speculation that Blake may have made statements or claims that directly impacted Marvel's business dealings, particularly when it comes to negotiations or creative decisions. These are decisions that could have been sensitive and could have caused some friction within the studio's tightly controlled environment. Marvel's reputation for secrecy makes this situation even more perplexing. The fact that they've allegedly released new documents or evidence in a courtroom suggests a major shift in their approach to dealing with conflicts. We're talking about a studio that is famous for managing its public image with an iron fist, rarely allowing anything controversial to see the light of day. Yet, here we are. Rumors are swirling that Marvel has taken the extraordinary step of revealing these receipts in an open legal battle. What could these documents reveal? And what does it mean for Blake's reputation if the receipts are real? What's truly bizarre is that Marvel's involvement in this mess isn't totally clear. There's chatter about statements Blake Lively may have made that somehow affected Marvel's business dealings or creative decisions.
Single dad. I'm a Reba McEntire song. Single dad, doing it, just doing it for them, right? Took them all to the park, told them mommy left when they were young.
What those statements are exactly? Well, that's where the mystery begins. Some insiders say these statements triggered some serious negotiations or even decisions at Marvel that went south, and now the studio is fighting back. It's a tangled web of business, media, and personal drama. The legal battle has created a confusing web of allegations and counter-allegations. Blake Lively's camp has been vocal about what they believe is a smear campaign, but what if Marvel's legal action is a response to something deeper? Some believe that Lively's comments, whether made publicly or privately, may have unintentionally damaged the studio's plans or caused a shift in negotiations, especially if she was involved in any way with people working on Marvel-related projects. This opens up even more questions about the exact nature of her role in Marvel's dealings. Was she just a bystander in all of this, or was she more involved than anyone realized? Marvel's decision to go public with this legal battle suggests that there may be more at stake here than just a personal disagreement. In the world of Hollywood, especially when it involves massive studios like Marvel, everything is calculated. Every statement, every negotiation, and every move is carefully managed for the sake of maintaining a certain image and reputation. So, the question remains, what did Blake say or do to make Marvel feel the need to take such an aggressive step in the legal world? And what consequences will this have on her future, not just with Marvel, but across the industry? So, what are these new receipts that Marvel's allegedly brought into the courtroom? Sources are saying it's more than just a few hearsay claims. We're talking about things like transcripts, documents, and even possible audio or video materials that could totally debunk what Blake Lively has been saying. Could these receipts actually expose lies? Well, that's what the rumor mill is saying. What's so intriguing about this is how solid these receipts might be. The word on the street is that they could be so irrefutable that Blake's credibility would be shattered in one fell swoop. Legal experts are even weighing in, speculating that if these receipts are as powerful as claimed, they could make it impossible for Blake to defend her version of the story.
And being frank, if it were not for women giving me direct feedback in my own personal life and being a man who was willing to at least listen to them, there's no chance that I would be having this conversation. So the message, to answer your question, the message is very simple. As men, we need to embrace all of the parts of us that make us human. That's it.
It is.
It's very simple.
Imagine it. Hard evidence that could completely flip the script on what we've all believed about Blake Lively's character, both on and off screen. This could be the kind of bombshell that could bring down a career, or at the very least, damage it in ways that would take years to repair. The complexity here is not just the content of these receipts, but the fact that Marvel is even involved in this way. As a studio that's notorious for keeping everything behind the scenes, the idea that they've now felt compelled to publicly present evidence in a court of law is unusual. It suggests that they have something substantial to back up their allegations. Whether it's emails, text messages, or even recorded conversations, the stakes are incredibly high. And with the public already hungry for drama, the discovery of these receipts could be the thing that shifts the entire narrative. Could this really be the smoking gun that proves everything Blake has said about her conflict with Justin Bdon and Marvel is a lie? Now here's the thing, Marvel's known for keeping its conflicts private, so the idea that they're going to this extreme to expose Blake in a public legal setting, it's completely out of character for them. It's rare for a studio of Marvel's size to air dirty laundry like this, but maybe they felt like they had no other choice. After all, the allegations are big, and if they're true, it could seriously impact Marvel's business. So, was it really necessary for them to go this far? In Hollywood, a studio like Marvel is all about protecting its brand and managing its image. They've built a massive empire, one that depends heavily on trust, both with the fans and with the talent they bring into their projects. So, for them to go to court over something involving a star like Blake Lively is a huge deal. This isn't just about personal drama between two actors. This is about protecting the financial interests and the reputation of a billion-dollar studio. If Blake's alleged misrepresentations have caused harm to Marvel's plans or their brand, Marvel might feel that they have no choice but to fight back publicly. But here's the question: why would Marvel escalate to this level? Studios usually avoid drawing public attention to these kinds of conflicts, preferring to settle things quietly and behind closed doors. However, if the receipts they're holding are as damaging as rumored, they might feel that they had no other option. This legal battle then becomes less about Blake's personal disputes and more about how powerful corporations like Marvel handle damage control. And as we all know, when you're dealing with Marvel, there's a lot more at stake than just one celebrity's reputation. It's about the integrity of the entire studio's operation and its future projects.
We had a good time. No one died, which was nice.
That was good.
And 4 kids, it's just a zoo. Like, you just surrender, right?
You just have to surrender.
24/7, you surrender. When we had our 4th, I was so happy because I always wanted to make sure that we always had someone on hand to give me strep throat. And now we're covered.
It's rolling sickness.
There's just never a healthy, a full, clean slate health ever.
One of the most baffling things about all of this: why would Blake Lively, an actor whose career hasn't really intersected with Marvel, find herself in such a fierce legal battle with them? She's not known for being involved in major Marvel films, and she hasn't had any public spats with the studio before. But that's exactly what has people talking. What could possibly have triggered this behind-the-scenes conflict? Some speculate that it might have something to do with negotiations for future roles, possibly involving her husband Ryan Reynolds, or even her philanthropic work, which might have crossed some professional lines. There's a theory floating around that Blake may have been involved in some behind-the-scenes dealings with Marvel, possibly trying to negotiate on behalf of someone close to her, like Ryan Reynolds. Marvel's influence over casting and story decisions is well documented, and if Blake somehow stepped into this arena without realizing the full extent of Marvel's influence, it could have caused a rift. Ryan Reynolds being heavily involved with Marvel through the Deadpool franchise could be a part of this, and it's possible that Blake's statements or actions unintentionally disrupted Marvel's plans. This idea only adds to the intrigue because it suggests that the issues with Blake and Marvel might go beyond just her career. If she was indeed involved in a behind-the-scenes power struggle, whether on behalf of her husband or someone else, it could have serious consequences for how things play out. The line between personal and professional is often blurry in Hollywood. And if Blake's public actions were interpreted as meddling in Marvel's carefully planned decisions, this legal drama could be the result of a much larger issue. Was she caught in the crossfire of a bigger negotiation war, or is there more to the story than anyone realizes? So, where does all of this leave us? Right now, we're stuck in the middle of a whirlwind of rumors, court battles, and a Hollywood drama that feels like it could spill over into something much bigger. Blake Lively's reputation is on the line, Marvel's brand is under scrutiny, and we're all just left watching, waiting for the next twist to drop. Whether these new receipts will be the game changer everyone's anticipating, or if this whole thing fades into another forgotten Hollywood rumor, remains to be seen. What we do know is that the stakes couldn't be higher. A star known for her philanthropy and quick wit is now being pulled into a legal fight that could change how we view her. And a studio like Marvel stepping into this mess is a move we rarely see from them. There's so much left to uncover, and I'm sure the drama will only continue to heat up from here. So, what do you think? Is Blake Lively really guilty of these alleged lies, or is she just caught in a whirlwind of misunderstandings and corporate chess moves? And how far will Marvel go to protect its reputation? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. This one is far from over, and I want to hear your take on it. If you're enjoying the deep dives and want to stay updated on all things Hollywood, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications. You won't want to miss the next update on this saga. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time with more of the biggest stories you won't hear anywhere else.